All right, this is number 10 of the word problems on page 344. And in this problem you have a ferry boat where they are considering a fare increase because they want to increase income. They're going to try and maximize income. And what they've got is a model where income that they're going to try and maximize can be found by multiplying the number of passengers that ride the ferry times the dollar price per person. So let's let y be the income, and remember we're going to try and maximize this. So that means we're expecting a function, a quadratic function that is a parabolic that opens down, and the vertex is going to be the highest point where y is the highest. So the number of passengers, it says that it gets 300 people a day, but every time you raise the fare by $1, you lose 15 passengers. So what we're going to do in this, I think, is let's let x be the number of $1 fare increases that we have. So the x is the number of $1 fare increases. So the number of passengers we're going to have is 300 minus, if we lose 15 passengers every time we have $1 fare increase, every time we have another x, then the number of passengers we're going to have on any given day is 300 minus 15 times the number of fare increases we've had. Now the price per passenger starts off as $10, but it goes up $1 every time that we have an x, a fare increase, so $1 times x. Okay, so that's easy enough to multiply together. So we get 3,000 plus 300x minus 150x minus 15x squared. So we'll get this out to the front. Plus 300x and 150 is a positive 150x plus 3,000. So anyway, we can find the vertex of this, which is the number of passengers for which we'll have the maximum income, by taking out a of negative 15, and now I'll have x squared minus 10x plus blank to complete the square. And then I still have my plus 3,000 minus blank, so whatever I add here, I'm going to take out over here since I'm working all on one side of the equation. So y equals half of negative 10 right here is negative 5. So when I square negative 5, I get 25. So what I'm really adding on here is negative 15 times 25, which is negative 375. So I want to subtract a negative 375, which is basically adding 375. So I get 3,375. So the vertex is at 53375 of this function. This tells you x, which is the number of $1 fare increases, and this tells you y, the income at that maximum level. So this says you should increase the fare 5 times. So if the fare starts off at $10 and you increase it by $1 5 times, you get a $15 fare. Now, if you started off with 300 passengers, so this is fare, and this is number of passengers. If you started off with 300 and it went down 15 passengers every time you did one of these fare increases, that would be 5 times. So this is 300 times 15 minus 5, or 225. So if you multiply together 225 passengers by the fare of $15, you end up with that $3,375 income, which should be is maximum. So the answer to the question is the ideal fare to charge is $15. Okay, and that is it.